Hello, Security Pros. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today for ESA's webinar, Top 5 Reasons a Security Integrator Must Make RMR a Priority. During this webinar, Maureen Pirelli, Chief Revenue Officer at Brivo, will discuss how to tap into the cash flow potential of some of your biggest clients and the top 5 reasons you can't afford to deprioritize RMR. I'm Daniela Chavez, ESA's Marketing and Communication Specialist, and I'm excited to lead this webinar today. Before we dive in, I'd like to provide some tips for those of you joining us on your first ESA webinar. So welcome. You will be muted during the duration of this session, but that doesn't mean we don't want to hear from you. So if you have a question or a comment comes to mind at any point during today's session, click the Q&A icon at the bottom of your screen, and I'll ensure that we save some time for your questions with our experts today. We will also be recording this webinar, so you can rewatch the on-demand session and share it with your colleagues. Tomorrow, you'll also be receiving an email thanking you for your attendance today with a link to the recording. If your company is a member of ESA, we thank you, and we hope you're utilizing your benefits to save, expand your team, and get connected to the ESA community. If you're not yet a member of the Electronic Security Association, definitely check us out. ESA is the largest and longest standing association serving the pro-installed electronic security and life safety industry. Our members are integrators, dealers, monitoring centers, and even manufacturers and service providers in the space. You'd really be surprised at the power an ESA membership holds for your company. Get a feel for all the ESA benefits, including savings on business insurance, training, customized in-house onboarding and professional development programs, peer networking groups, government advocacy programs, certifications that satisfy state licensing, and in some cases are also alternatives to NICET at esaweb.org. One of our membership specialists would be more than happy to walk you through these benefits and the application process. We at ESA realize your time is valuable, and we appreciate you spending some of that time with us today. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce Maureen Pirelli. Maureen Pirelli is an executive with over 25 years of cross-functional leadership experience. She has led global sales, SaaS, cloud, security, marketing, and pre-sale teams that range from 50K to 4 billion in revenue, covering small business to enterprise. Most recently, Maureen was a Chief Channel Officer at SecureWorks. Her experience also comes from her roles at NCR as VP of Global Channel Sales, VP Worldwide Cloud Channel Sales at Oracle, and VP of Global Channel Sales within the Digital Solutions Division of General Electric Oil and Gas. So without further ado, Maureen, please take it away.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking some time today to discuss how RMR can help grow your business. As was just stated, I've been in the technology sales for probably longer than I want to admit. However, have been doing and been driving RMR sales before it was, I guess I'd say, quote unquote, popular, because I could see the return it had for the partner community I worked with and the company I worked for. And that stated, I've been a CRO and a channel chief for almost 30 years. And the lens in which I view the business I drive is through the partners I have the pleasure of working with. If I do not build my business around the success of the partners, I lose as well. So I always believe it's important for folks to understand the lens of which I look at this to make sure that I'm working hand in hand with my partners and what's best for their customers to help drive and build everyone's business. And that's why RMR is a priority for me with the right solution and the right company, hence Brivo. So as we go to the next slide, why focus on RMR? I'd like to kick it off to say, give yourself a raise, right? Who doesn't want to hear that? I want to keep this in mind as we talk through why we should focus on RMR. I will come back with this within each key reason to do RMR and focus on RMR, but there's only 5. Don't worry, I won't make it too long. And it may sound obvious, but with the proliferation of the Internet of Things, cloud services, remote monitoring, smart home technologies, etc., security integrators will continue to have more opportunity than ever to profit from reoccurring monthly revenue, AKA giving yourself a raise. When my own reps come to me and we talk about a raise, I always tell them that they can have a raise. You all can have a raise. Sell RMR solutions with your partners. It's not always the answer they want to hear, but it is something we want to make sure they understand of how they get to increase their own personal income when they're growing with their partners. And with these advancements in technologies, not only do integrators benefit, but the customers do as well. It's just as important. And companies no longer just sell systems. You all provide a service. So let's look at how we can help you enable that on the next slide. The customers that you have trust you. The integrators understand their specific needs, and you be able to provide the necessary services to build and grow and enhance your customer's business through technology, and doing so in a way that allows them to do just that, be able to continue to increase their business by doing it through recurring monthly revenue. The more you bundle recurring services with installation projects, the stronger your commitment becomes to the customer. And the same is true of the customer's commitment to you. RMR becomes a higher barrier. It's stickier business. That's my non-technical term, right? You both get sticky with each other. Think of it for yourself in the raise you're getting from the form of simple math, right? Let's use the example of a stair-step approach or building blocks. Sometimes people use the rule of 78 to build up, but just simply meaning leveraging RMR sales, you receive a payment each month for services rendered for the contract on a monthly basis. On top of this, when you upsell and cross-sell, that amount increases with a customer. And on top of that, adding additional customers to that. You build a significant solid business with knowing the income that is coming is predictable to you. So as we dive into this a little bit more, let's start to get into the top 5 reasons on our next slide. As I'd mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, the 5 key points I want to express and share on why RMR is a key priority route to market for your business gives you and your team a raise. Again, I feel like salespeople always speak in dollars, and thinking of a raise is always a good thing. And at the highest level, recurring revenue helps integrators thrive in good times, but also survive when business is slow. So that is key to understand as we go throughout this. Being on both spectrums of that allows you to continue to thrive. And integrators should derive a minimum of 18 to 25% of their revenue from an RMR. And with this said, in good times and when business is slow, you have this predictable revenue stream with monthly recurring revenue around something like security that most people need. So in saying that to you, let's go to the first slide on our top 5 reasons. First, margin. I know this is top of mind for everybody. The margin is much higher on services sales that generate RMR than is a one-time project sale. The margin on recurring revenue is twice as high as installation revenue, and RMR adds 15 times more value to your business than revenue from hardware and installation alone. Let's use a simple example. A traditional 5-door project, when we're talking about access control, let's just say the sell price for the door each is $2,500. Your total revenue for this deal will be $12,500. Materials and other cost $5,500, and your labor is $4,000. So total cost will roughly be around $9,500. Your gross profit on that is $3,000. Let's transition that conversation to subscription for a 5-door project. There's an activation fee of $1,500. They give you an advance payment of $6,000. The total fees and payment are $7,500. The total cost of goods sold is $6,500. Your gross profit is $1,000. However, the 36-month subscription earning gross profit is $5,500. So you can see the difference of how the gross profit is one time, you make more money and it's predictable on that 36-month subscription earning gross profit. As an example, I think it's good to see it in that light. And then when we go to the second reason why, let's look at number 2. Wouldn't it be nice to not have to worry about that next project that you need to rely on in order to make your numbers. Of course, you need to continue projects. However, if you have a reoccurring revenue stream, it gives you a bit more room. It doesn't stop sales. It doesn't stop you from continuing to build, but it makes a difference on that one big project versus consistent revenue. So what I mean by that is cloud-based RMR services provide integrators with a steady flow of revenue each month. So in a business that has traditionally been built on per project basis, revenue that can be regularly anticipated, making the budgeting process easier is the difference here. And additionally, having a stable base of customers and nurturing those relationships over time benefits you, the provider, and the opportunity to sell more to your customer, sell more products and more services, and increase your reoccurring revenue stream. You get deeply ingrained in your customer's business, and you are a trusted advisor, and typically then known to that company for future opportunities, right? You've really helped them along. You're getting stickier, my non-technical terms, and then you become more ingrained in each other's business. Not to mention an amazing way to get new business when they're talking to others in the industry. Word of mouth is a lot stronger than I think we give it credit for. And when these partners get together at events, conventions, you name it, they all talk. And having that conversation around the company that helps them make this all possible by allowing them to do that RMR with them to be able to grow their business is a huge compliment and a great way to get more business. If we look at the next slide and the third reason why, I want to look at it from like, where is my number going from this month to quarter to et cetera? How am I getting those numbers and making that business that's required? You are given more room to really grow the pipeline and work with new and existing customers with consistent income. You get to look at really new routes to market, maybe, right? Think of it that way. Traditionally, we have one big project. We keep doing the things we're doing, and it's so intense that you don't always have the time to take a step back. Not that you will, sales needs to continue, but be able to look at it and say, how else can I drive revenue? And the reason why I can do that is because many security system integrators count on recurring revenue sources to attain and maintain profitability to grow their business. When the economy falters on a pandemic, as an example that we just had, and shutdowns happen on site at customer locations, this income source, often billed monthly, is a lifeline enabling integrators to pay their bills between equipment installation and projects. It's consistent income without having to guess about it, and allowing you the room to add other options down the road. It also helps to keep a known cost for your customers during that unpredictable time. So not only is it helping you as an integrator, but it's helping the customer. So it's a predictable stream for them as well. Again, when you're looking at unpredictable times, it's nice to know some of the areas of your business that are predictable that you can benefit from. And if we look at the next number 4 option of why, or reason why RMR is important to the business, at the end of the day, it comes down to the value your company or your company you work for has. What I mean by this is your business is worth more. If you try to sell your business, buyers will buy as much as, I'm going to say roughly 20 times more for recurring revenue than they will for revenue from one-time project sale. The latter is unpredictable. When it comes time to sell your business, a potential buyer will pay some percentage of EBITDA for that business. But if you have established sources of RMR, they will pay you at a higher percentage on your hosted and managed services. Predictable income is key. If they know that you have that predictable revenue stream, there's more value to it. Integrators can go through peaks and valleys with installation projects, but payroll, rent, and other fixed expenses stay the same. This should give you a bit more peace of mind when you have those valleys. It does not allow you to take your foot off the pedal, but having that known income does certainly help. And if your RMR can cover those fixed costs, you have the stability and you don't have to worry as much about the project revenue this month or next. It comes how you go to, it comes and it changes on how you go to market. It offers you flexibility to adjust, change, or add your business for the great growth that you see. It allows you to give you a little bit more room, again, to see other avenues to continue to increase your business. So the value in general for that predictability is worth more in the market. And if we look at the last reason why, it really helps you grow your business, right? I can't say any simpler than that. The RMR that a cloud access control offering provides can modernize a reseller's business, keep margins up, and produce consistent revenue, all while being able to better serve your customers. And beyond that, having a constant source of income can provide an integrator with a financial resource to grow and expand your business. The future of RMR as a whole will depend on many factors, with the most important being the type of system and solution that's involved. And as long as cloud-based technology remains at the forefront of the security industry, more and more integrators will desire the ability to add value to their offerings by way of monthly service agreements. And again, it helps you, it helps your customer be able to get access to the services that they need to grow their business and for you to continue to grow yours. So with that said, most importantly is, why do this with Brivo? So if we look at the next slide, on top of the fact that we can help you with the 5 key reasons to build RMR revenue streams in the business, I want you to know on the next slide, everyone needs security, even in the downturn. Low churn rate with Brivo, very stable business. People buy security for the long haul. And the flexibility of Brivo solutions from MDU, education, enterprise, CRE, etc., is enormous. Flexibility is huge. It's important to all of us. And from my point of view, coming to Brivo this year and seeing the loyalty with customers, partners, and our own team members, we just celebrated someone's 23rd anniversary. It speaks for itself in the solution in the industry and Brivo as a whole. Now, at the end of the day, with the leader in the industry in Brivo, I certainly know I came to the right place. And I know that when I sit in front of my partners, I'm doing it in a genuine manner with a very strong company. And if we can just look at some of the other assets on the next slide, we've been doing this for 20 plus years. As I said, we just celebrated someone's 23rd anniversary, longer than anyone else, and touch all industries from apartments to zoos. So I always think it's funny to say A to Z. We really do touch all industries and can work with partners in all aspects of those industries. We were the first to do this. We are the biggest, and we have the best, most broadly distributed. Again, think about my statement a few minutes ago. We go from A to Z in the alphabet of the industries we support our partners with. Outside of the fact that I came to be here at the leader in this space, what I also get excited about is the opportunity here. And I hope the same for you is the innovation at Brivo, seeing that innovation. While we have been doing this the longest and the first, and we have the most depth and breadth, that's not enough. It's the integration with our API vendors that we consistently drive out into the market to make it continue to be easier to do business with us and to enhance new offerings that we bring to market each year and keep up to speed with what our customers, our partners in the industry is requesting is really important. And to enhance my comments on what Brivo has done, I think these numbers really speak for themselves. To know that we have over 300 million of management with the Brivo offering is huge. Knowing that we secure over 330 entries, more than 1 million mobile users, and over 72,000 customer sites. Knowing that we do this globally and we don't do this alone. The success that Brivo has had is due to the over 1,500 dealers and partners we have the privilege to work with each and every day, and it's growing. I do send a sincere thank you to the partners that we have today, and I use the name partners on purpose. they're not just dealers to me, and this isn't just wordplay. It actually is a differentiation. The word dealer is different to me than the word partners, and really sitting with our partners and truly integrating in each other's business to help one another grow is important. And I have an entire global sales team dedicated to our partner community. And this ranges from, all over North America to Europe, and then into the rest of the world and Asia market. So we have them, and our reps sell through partners. So it's important to understand that we are truly invested in that route to market and to help you with your customers. And if we look at the next slide, business in the access management space, open solutions that improve users' experience in the smart apartment space, making sure that all the while the right people have visual awareness to keep security at the forefront is important. Connecting with visitors into your buildings, companies, etc., so that it's done in a secure manner, the right people, the right deliveries you need to keep your life moving, and doing that safely is what Brivo does with our partners. On top of all of that, this has the analytics to take that intelligent data and learn from it and grow your business and users' experience for the betterment and safety of all. It's really important to understand at the end of the day, at the root of this is the security aspect of this for your customer's business and their safety. And if we can go to the last slide, I simply just want to say in summary, I hope that you take away from today how you can leverage RMR to drive growth for your company and the key ways to do that. It gives you higher margin, no more one-time projects only, consistent known income, driving your company's value through the route of RMR, and growing the business leveraging that reoccurring revenue. If I help you with that, then I think I've done my job today. If I can help you see that different path. And as a bonus, doing that with Brivo, honestly, selfishly, would be great to me. I want to thank you very much for inviting me here today. It's been a pleasure to be here. If I can answer any questions, I'd be happy to. I have some of my amazing colleagues here as well. Peter Bauer, which is one of our technical sales engineers, working with partners and customers each and every day. And Leticia Hughes, who works in our marketing department, has worked hand in hand with our sales organization partners and industry elite, are here with me also. I like to keep things short and sweet so we can remember the key points here, and I will pause and see if we have any questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maureen, for such an informative presentation. That was great. So before we wrap things up, we like to do a couple Q&A questions. And I have a couple here. So the first question that we have is, what does somebody need to do to become a Brivo reseller?
Yeah, I like that question. I'll take it. You can absolutely go to our website, and it's brivo.com/partner/ypartner with Brivo. We can share that out maybe to the audience here, but certainly go to our website, reach out to one of us, and we're happy to help you with that process.
Awesome. The second question we have is, if I have a customer who has asked me about access control, how fast can I become a dealer so I can offer Brivo to them?
Well, as fast as you can sign up. So it'll take, Leticia, maybe you know that timeline a little bit better, but I think that if you, being fairly new to the company, but not new to RMR, certainly as you sign up, we will take the time to go through the process with you, walk you through all the training we have, signing the contract and things like that. So as fast as we can get through that process, and then getting you some of the training that might be beneficial to arm your sales team in the field is as fast as you can go out and sell it.
That's correct, Maureen. And I would just add that absolutely, we have a onboarding team that will walk you hand in hand through the process to get you all set up. And we have a treasure trove of sales enablement tools as well to help you get started.
Thanks, Leticia.
Awesome. So the next question we have is, how can I see a demo of your solution?
Yep, perfect. Since we have you here, Peter, would you like to answer that question?
Absolutely. Thanks, Maureen. So we've got great staff on both our inside sales department as well as our technical department, right? A bunch of sales engineers like myself. So we're more than willing to hop on both with partners and end users and run the demo, right? Because that's always kind of what it's kind of said around here, right? Do the demo, make the sale, so to speak, right? So who to better demo it than our folks inside? So we've got a bunch of people that stand by and can do those demos on request. So it's just a matter of reaching out.
Excellent. Thank you, Peter.
Awesome. And then next we have, I hear that Brevo is a very good fit for small businesses with a few doors. How do you fit into larger companies?
Yeah, thank you for that question. Thank you for all the questions. What I would tell you is, as I said, we go from A to Z in the alphabet, from, apartments to zoos. It's not the size of the business, it's what you need that we fit appropriately. So it doesn't matter if you're a small business, 5 doors, or you're, hundreds of doors. Regardless, it's the strong solution that we put out there to support that customer. So it doesn't matter the size of the business. We can certainly take care of your requirements and needs.
Perfect. And then another question we have here is, what happens if the internet goes down? Are people locked out?
Great question. No. And do you want to go through that, Peter?
I can grab that, absolutely. So it's a wonderful question. So all of our panels have an onboard memory, right? And so every panel is able to cache 250,000 credentials and 60,000 events in that onboard memory. So once everything is on the panel, you have your up and functioning system. Of course, that stuff comes down from the cloud, but if you are to lose that network connection, not only are you going to get notified, because all notifications come from the cloud level, but you'll still be up and running. Cardholders are still getting through doors because of that panel buffer that we have built into our solution.
Perfect.
I knew you'd say more of a technical answer than me. Thank you, Peter.
And then we also have, if I decide to become a reseller for Brevo, what type of training do you offer?
Yeah, absolutely. There is, to Letitia's point earlier, there is extensive training that we have, but I have to tell you, it's really one of the best training I've seen. So when I join a company, I like to go through the lens of our partners and our customers. So I actually went through it myself, and it's amazing the way it's organized. It's very clean, very simple, and they have sales training, technical training, and then naturally for installations and doing all that. So it really covers the gamut. And Letitia or Peter, feel free to add any more detail into that.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that I would add is, we ask that all of our partners become certified, and we have many methods to do so. We have a wonderful team behind us in our learning and development department that have developed an at your own pace Brevo University, as well as instructor led. Myself or some of my other colleagues run like a 4.5 hour certification training where you can take the test, or periodically throughout the year we do an in-person where we get integrators from all over the place to one place, and we proctor it for the day and kind of run it all down with our partners. So to Maureen's point, it's a great experience, and we're constantly evolving it to fit today.
And just to add, Peter, just for those who know, we do offer trainings US, and we're also venturing into Europe as well for on-site training.
Perfect. And that's a good
amazing.
point. Like you said, it's on-site or it's over the web.
Awesome. And last, one of the last questions we have here is, what do I need to do next with all this incredible information that you guys provided?
You need to give us a call and sign up and be a partner and talk to us about it. In all sincerity, reach out to us. Let us help you with what you're planning to do with your business, how we have that engaged conversation. At the end of the day, it's one thing to be signed up. It's another thing to really sit with somebody and have a partner and plan out the business strategy so that we can sit with you, fully understand that, and work with you on the best route to market, pointing you in the right direction, from where to start in your training, what is your strong areas that you want to focus on. We really do take the time to sit with our partners and build out those business plans, whether it's the business side of it, the technical side of it, the marketing side of it. We want our partners not to just sign up. We want them to be true partners with us. So come in, have a call with us, talk to us about what you're looking to do and how Brevo can help you and your customers get there.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, I think that leaves us open for any Q&A questions as well in the chat. Someone did ask how we were going to be able to receive the presentation slides. If you guys want to respond, we are recording the webinar, so.
Perfect.
Yes, we will definitely be sharing the recording and the follow-up email communication.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. We still have some time left. If there's anything else that you guys want to discuss or elaborate more on for the time being, the time is yours. So whatever you guys want to do.
Perfect. Peter or Leticia, anything you'd like to add? I feel like you all have listened to me for 30 minutes. So if there's anything else that the team here wants to add, feel free.
Not on my end. Like I said, we will definitely be in touch post webinar, just providing some additional content. So if there's more information that you'd like to know about our RMR or just RMR solutions in general, we have some additional content pieces that we'll share. But I'll pass to you, Peter.
Yeah, I think if anything, I might expand on kind of what Maureen was saying earlier based on that question of like, hey, is this a good solution for small business? Or this is a good solution for small business, but what about those larger entities? The one thing that I want to say to that point is just the fact that we're infinitely scalable. Okay. And so if you think about that attached to your RMR and maybe in conjunction with some of the on-prem systems that you may be used to deploying as an integrator, right? Because we don't have a server involved, because we're communicating to the cloud, that centralized entity, we're able to scale as many readers as you want, right? Across one single account and break them out into multiple sites. So when you think about the versatility of what we can do without the cost of maintaining the servers and maintaining license fees and everything else, it's really ever expandable, both in reader count, both in users of the system and so on. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about, hey, how could I scale a particular site without the logistics of a heavy networking lift or engaging my IT staff all the time? Cloud is a big component to that.
Oh, thank you for that, Peter. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right. And if there's anything else, like I said, we still have time, or we can begin wrapping up, whatever you guys want to do.
I think I would just say, please reach out to us. Happy to have the conversation. And again, if it's more questions and specific to your business around RMR, reach out to us, and it might be a more one-on-one types of conversations when it's specific to folks' business. We're happy to have that conversation. If we're fit to work together, great. If not, hopefully this is a network that you've built, and we will see you in the field for sure. So with that, I think we're good.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. And like we said, we did record this webinar. So you can rewatch the on-demand session and share it with your colleagues. And like Leticia said, we will also be emailing the webinar link as well. So thank you so much, you guys, today for your time. And we look forward to hopefully another webinar soon.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.